Now, here is a video for Black History Month that you can show to your friends, counterparts, and people that are unfamiliar or mixed up or confused about the number and have an attitude that makes black people insignificant in America by their comments, their thoughts, and what they think is true. Harriet Tubman, when did she die?
Harriet Tubman died on March 10, 1913.
Harriet Tubman, who was her mother?
Harriet Tubman's mother was Harriet Ritt Green, also known as Harriet Ross. She was enslaved by the Broaddus family and married Ben Ross, having 9 children. Ritt was known for resisting the sale of her children, which influenced Tubman, who later took her mother's name.
How many black people in the United Kingdom?
Around 2.4 million people in the UK identify as Black, Black British, Caribbean, or African, which is about 3.7 to 4% of the total population. Most of them live in England, especially in London, with smaller numbers in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
Remember that number, 2.4 million. How many black people in Canada?
In Canada, the 2021 census shows that 1,547,870 people identified as Black, which is about 4.3% of the total population. The Black population is growing and is projected to exceed 3 million by 2041. Many live in Ontario, Quebec, and other provinces.
In the United States, how many black people are American descendants of slaves?
About 90% of Black Americans, which is over 35 to 40 million people, are descendants of those enslaved in the U.S. This makes up the majority of the Black population, which is around 42 to 44 million people, though some are recent immigrants.
How many black millionaire families in the United States?
Around 340,000 to 1.79 million Black households in the U.S. have a net worth of over $1 million. This represents roughly 2 to 8% of all Black households, though a wealth disparity with white households remains.
What percentage of black people are immigrant blacks in the United States?
About 10% of Black people in the U.S. are immigrants, according to the Pew Research Center. This number has grown from just 3% in 1980, reaching roughly 4.6 million people by 2019, mainly due to African migration.
How many black immigrants in the United States have citizenship?
About 68% of Black immigrants in the U.S. are citizens, which means over 2.5 million hold U.S. citizenship. This is higher than the overall immigrant population, showing a significant portion of this group has become naturalized.
How many black American descendants of slaves have American citizenship?
The vast majority of Black Americans, roughly 41 to 47 million people, are citizens, and nearly all descendants of enslaved people in the U.S. are also citizens. About 90% of Black Americans are descendants of slavery.
After watching this video once or twice, this will kind of clarify all the stories, lies, misconceptions, and the hard run away from the truth. Who was the 4th president of the United States?
James Madison served as the 4th President of the United States from 1809 to 1817. He's known as the father of the Constitution for his role in creating the Constitution and the Bill of Rights.
Who was the first black senator in the United States?
Hiram Rhodes Revels was the first African American senator. He was a Republican from Mississippi, and he was sworn in on February 25, 1870. He represented Mississippi during the Reconstruction era.
Who was the first black congressman in the United States?
Hiram Rhodes Revels was the first African American in the U.S. Congress, entering the Senate in 1870. Later, Joseph Rainey became the first black member of the House of Representatives in December of that same year.
Who was the first black attorney general?
Eric Holder Jr. was the first black attorney general of the United States. He served from February 2009 to April 2015 under President Obama and was the fourth longest-serving attorney general.
Who was the first black mayor of the United States?
Pierre Caliste Landry is widely considered the first black mayor in the United States. He was elected in 1868 to lead Donaldsonville, Louisiana during Reconstruction, after being born into slavery and becoming a community leader.
Who was the first black sheriff in the United States?
Walter Moses Burton was the first black sheriff in the United States, elected in 1869 in Texas. He served as both sheriff and tax collector, and later became a Texas state senator after being born into slavery.
Who was the first black doctor in the United States?
James McCune Smith was the first African American to earn a medical degree. He received his MD from the University of Glasgow in 1837. He was also the first black person to run a pharmacy in the U.S.
Who was the first black person with a PhD in the United States?
Edward Alexander Boucher was the first African American to earn a PhD from an American university. He completed his doctorate in physics at Yale University in 1876, and before that, he was the first black person to graduate from Yale College.
Who was the first black millionaire in the United States?
Jeremiah G. Hamilton is generally considered the first black millionaire in the United States. He was a Wall Street broker who amassed a fortune of around $2 million by the mid-19th century.
Happy Black History Month. Hopefully, you learned something you didn't know.